KCRA went on the air in 1955, a commitment was made that this would be where the news comes first.
Few people can trace their careers back to the start of a legacy, but it all started for Stan Atkinson when he was writing for his high school newspaper.
This is Stan Atkinson reporting to you from the hub of Sacramento's booming town and country area.
At 25, he embarked on his Sacramento career at a station that had just gotten off the ground, KCRA, walking in fresh-faced with a tight crew cut. It was 2 years into KCRA's now 70-year run. 10 minutes per newscast, with room for sponsorships during the show. In Stan's case, Hostess.
And so I'd stand there for the first 3 minutes and do the news. And then the floor man would roll in a table that was decorated with open or still packaged Hostess cinnamon dainties. And it was up to me to open a package, pull one out, hold it up, take a bite, and Hostess cinnamon dainties, I'd say. Got it? Hostess cinnamon dainties. I'd take another bite. Get them.
Through innovation after innovation, Stan was there. In 1959, a full television newsroom with Stan anchoring the first live election coverage on TV.
You know, KCRA TV was first with videotape and also first with color in the Sacramento Valley.
First satellite broadcasts in Northern California. Through his career, he interviewed the famous like Betty Davis and Jerry Lewis.
Bitter, yes, I can get bitter and I can get mad, but that only hurts me.
And the infamous like Charles Manson. Larger markets would call in the early 1960s, Los Angeles, the Bay Area. But in 1976, he came back to Sacramento. As the ad said, Stan's back, and Channel 3's got him.
When people travel someplace different, they usually bring back pictures of what they saw. Well, it's great for us in this business because we get paid for doing that. But our natural instincts are the same anyway. So, cameraman Doug Watson and I have pasted up a Cuban scrapbook.
Stan's reporting extended to war-ravaged countries.
Below is some of the most productive land in the world. This is the Rice Bowl of Asia and the target of the hungry communist in North Vietnam.
Producing a 1961 documentary called The Village That Refuses to Die in the Jungles of Vietnam.
The Marxist government can't support them, and the Cubans and the Soviets don't seem willing to pay the bill either.
Covering rebel fighting in Angola.
They lined us up and gave us a pat search, and when they came to me, they gave me a very thorough search. It was obvious that they did not like Americans. We were
held at gunpoint and robbed in El Salvador.
Like every other town and village in this tortured nation, it has become a place of death.
And covering the Mujahideen fighting Russian troops in Afghanistan. He was well known as the reporter who went where the story was.
He's traveled more places for more stories than any Northern California news journalist.
Cambodia, Cuba, Turkey, all eyes are on Geneva. For Weeknight from Ephesus, Turkey.
I go looking for stories that are important to people, and that's coverage no competing news service provides.
And we have news for you next.
But Sacramento viewers became just as familiar with Stan on set and in the newsroom.
Covering news as it happens is just part of the job. Even more important is finding out how that news will affect our lives.
He planted his roots in Sacramento, the city he made his home and raised his kids. Even if he did ultimately leave KCRA, he never went far.
Live from Channel 3 to 13. And Dave and Lois, how are you guys?
Eventually anchoring at KOVR, where he retired from television.
We have honored you as the Grand Poobah of pontificating.
He came back to KCRA to celebrate its 60th anniversary.
We didn't make the salaries that they made in San Francisco or Los Angeles, even though we were pulling ratings much better than any of those people. But the important thing was that the work was good. The work was something you could really be proud of.
Stan was also beloved for helping his community through tireless nonprofit work. And recently, he was one of the first senior citizens to get a COVID shot in order to ease people's fears. Celebrating 90 years on Earth with his family and touching the lives of generations of journalists who owe the man who owned Sacramento a debt of gratitude for paving the way.
This old studio has seen a lot of news programs, but none as important as the one we'll do next.
Stan Atkinson died yesterday. He was 92 years old. Stan was a mentor to many of us here at KCRA 3. He will be missed.